A teacher in a class was teaching students about a cruise ship that sunk into the sea due to bad weather conditions. On the ship was a couple who are celebrating their anniversary. After knowing about the incident, they saw a lifeboat about from the cruise and the man started waving to them. After realizing there was only one place on the boat and they have to jump into the sea to get onto the lifeboat. Unfortunately, the woman cannot swim, so the husband decided to leave her behind and jumped into the sea, caught the lifeboat. The lady looked very sad and started crying. Nevertheless, she stood on the sinking ship and shouted only one sentence to her husband. The teacher stopped and asked, "What do you think she shouted?" Before proceeding, she asked the students to think about what the woman might have said to her husband who had just jumped into a lifeboat, leaving her behind. Most of the students excitedly answered, "I hate you. I was blind. I should never have married you. My parents and friends warned me that this day would come soon. I was blind in your love." The teacher noticed a boy who was silent throughout and asked him to answer. The boy replied, "Teacher, I believe she would have shouted, 'Take care of our child.'" The teacher was surprised, asking, "Have you heard this story before?" The boy shook his head. "Nope, but that was what my mum told my dad before she died of disease." The teacher lamented, "The answer is right." Everyone in the class was silent. There was a change in perception immediately. The cruise sank, and the man went home and brought up their daughter single-handedly. Many years later, after the death of the man, their daughter found his diary while tidying his belongings. It turns out that when the parents went onto the cruise ship, the mother was already diagnosed with a terminal illness. At the critical moment, the father rushed to the only chance of survival. He wrote in his diary, "How I wish to sink to the bottom of the ocean with you, but for the sake of our daughter, I can only let you lie forever below the sea alone." Moral of the story: each one of us is a center of the universe for many of our loved ones. Our loved ones have sacrificed so much to bring us to where we are today. So, never judge others without understanding the entire situation. Look beyond the surface to understand the true depth of their actions and intentions.